going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about games I've been playing lately, but I would also love to know what games you've been playing as well. Let me know in the comments. With that being said, let's get started. Number one probably comes to no surprise to anybody, but it is definitely Elden Ring. Elden Ring is everything I hoped for and more. I truly love this game. The combat and the movement just feels so much smoother, especially when you're trying to cast spells. That felt really cool. The world is just beautiful. I'm really curious how the lore is going to be. It already seems, obviously it's the successor to Dark Souls, but it's kind of crazy to me that some people didn't realize this going into it. They were kind of surprised or upset when they saw that the gameplay was very similar, almost, an improved version of the Dark Souls format, which I don't know how you didn't know that, but yeah, this is definitely the successor to Dark Souls. So I don't see why people were so surprised when they picked up the game and just, I don't know what people were thinking sometimes, honestly. But yeah, definitely having a really good time. I haven't beat it yet. I've only got a few hours into it, but I'm having a blast the whole way through. Definitely looking like it's going to be one of the best games of the year, if not the best game of the year. I also avoided all the trailers for this game. I didn't watch anything. I think I watched like a teaser trailer or something. But as far as like showing a lot of gameplay and whatnot, I didn't honestly watch any of it. I wanted to go into this game as blind as possible. And that's what I do with most games, really. I try to go in as blind as possible. I try to find out just enough to see, am I going to like it or not? And plus, what was the studio like from Software? I was pretty confident that we were going to get a masterpiece or at least a great game. Sekiro is definitely it's probably Elden Ring might have Sekiro be, but Sekiro definitely was my favorite from Software games. But I did still really enjoy Dark Souls 3. I have not played Bloodborne yet, surprisingly, but I'm really waiting for that to come to PC. But anyway, yeah, I went to this game. I didn't see any of the trailers, like I said, hardly, except for like the teaser trailers. I went in as blind as possible, and I when I finally played the game, especially when I got into the open world, I was just in awe. I was in true awe. I've seen some like pictures and such online, but that was it. Seeing it on the computer screen for the first time like that was just truly breathtaking. And number two on this list is an indie game. It's a JRPG style game called Rise of the Third Power. I've talked about this game a little bit before here on the channel, just briefly, but this is a game that I really think it should not be overlooked at all. It's a great solid game. It's only $20 at full price, and you're going to get a good 35, 40 hours plus out of this game. It's got great characters. I love the art design. It's got some light-hearted moments. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's still serious enough to keep the overall plot going and stick together. It's just an overall great game. I love the combat. The combat is a ton of fun. The open world looks kind of like a SNES-ish style, but in modern form. It's not quite as beautiful as Octopath Traveler, in my opinion, but this is a game that I think everybody should consider if you're a fan of JRPGs, especially those like classic turn-based style, those from the 90s SNES JRPGs. It definitely has that feel to it, kind of gives you a little bit of nostalgia if you're used to playing those games. I just really think this is a game that shouldn't fall through the cracks because it's a great experience. I think it's definitely worth your time and money. Like I said, $20 for a 40 plus hour game. That's a pretty sweet deal. You really can't beat that. And the last game on this list has got to be the game I just made a video on, and that is Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. If you watched that last video of mine, you would know how special this game is to me. It's a game that came out on the PS2. It's basically kind of a more watered down version of Final Fantasy X, but with Lord of the Rings story and everything. I know that this game is nothing truly amazing, but for me, it definitely changed my viewpoint and really truly introduced me to turn-based games growing up. and how much I truly love them. I actually played this game before I played Final Fantasy X, actually, so this game really did kind of revolutionize, and it's definitely one of the most important games to me growing up. So I did a video on that recently. I went back and played the game. I still love it to this day. I mean, I still recognize that it is nothing truly amazing in the objective sense, but to me, it's always going to have a special place in my heart. So, but if you are a fan of Lord of the Rings and you just want a simple turn-based game, I definitely would still highly recommend this game if that's something that you may be interested in. Or, you know, maybe you played this game before. And if you had, let me know in the comments and let me know what you think. And while we're at it, let me know what other games you've been playing as well. Let me know if there's games that you've been playing, or if you have opinions on the games that I'm playing. Let me know in the comments as well. And with that being said, take care, guys.